Good evening, I'm Lindsay Kuntz with JCTV News. Our nation's government is still on shutdown. Democrats controlling the Senate plan to move quickly toward a vote to allow the government to borrow more money, challenging Republicans to a filibuster showdown as the time remaining to stop a first-ever default on U.S. obligations ticks by. The development comes as a partial shutdown of the government enters its second week with no end in sight. It's long been known that America's school kids haven't measured well compared with international peers. Now, there's a new twist. Adults don't either. In math, reading, and problem solving using technology, all skills considered critical for global competitiveness and economic strength, American adults scored below the international average on the global test. Not only did Americans score poorly compared to many international competitors, the findings also reinforced just how large the gap is between the nation's high and low-skilled workers, and how hard it is to move ahead when your parents haven't. A public health group says North Dakota has the lowest rate of drug overdose deaths in the nation. According to the report by the Trust for America's Health, 3.4 people per 100,000 people in the state died from a drug overdose in 2010. The snowstorm that took us all by surprise has left a few people with a travesty. Airplane pilots flying the system for Grand Electric Cooperative looking for downed lines and poles were reporting heavy cattle losses on the grounds in the areas of southern North Dakota and northern South Dakota. The crop damage could also be substantial as well, with fields of corn in waist-high snow, hay bales stranded in deep drifts, and sunflowers having a hard time holding their heads up in the storm's aftermath. The Jamestown City Council unanimously passed an ordinance Monday that regulates and limits the possible locations of such businesses as strip clubs, escort services, adult modeling agencies, adult theaters, and sexual encounter centers. The ordinance that passed limits adults-oriented businesses to locations within heavy industrial areas, where the property is at least 300 feet from any church, school, residence, liquor establishment, or other adult-oriented business. The ordinance prohibits alcohol from being served in such establishments, and it also requires the owners and workers be licensed and submit to background checks. It's Jimmy homecoming week. Come support the football boys at 1 o'clock on Saturday and the volleyball girls at 7 that night. If you're feeling ambitious, there is a 5K that morning at 7:30. There is also a street fair for everyone to enjoy starting at 9:30 a.m. on Allen Field. This is Lindsay Kuntz with JCTV News, connecting the campus to the community.